Joining me now is James Carville, veteran Democratic strategist who helped get Bill Clinton, of course, elected and is now calling on President Biden to step aside. James, thanks for being with us. So,
you bet.
I can't offhand remember 5 presidents who were elected and they were in their upper 30s. Help me here.
I can't help you. I'm sorry. Somebody's going to ask for follow-up. I'm sure Chuck knows history better than anybody, and I think he said it was the lowest that he'd ever seen. But we got to move fast. We can't fact-check everything. A little bit of a crisis here.
Well, there's more fact-checking required on the Republican side, but
right.
We're talking about the Democrats.
Of course.
So you're proposing town halls with Democrats competing for the nomination with Presidents Clinton and Obama moderating. I don't know how you bring that together, but, you're the magician. You could do it. But is that chaos? Is that the recipe for chaos? And you've got Chicago, the memories of 1968. If there is no peace breaking out in Gaza, you've got demonstrations,
Andrew, it might be chaos. I'll tell you what we're doing right now. We're doing exactly what Donald Trump and Mar-a-Lago want us to do. If anybody doesn't believe it, read Tim Alberta, one of the best journalists in America. And if the Democratic Party is hell-bent on pleasing Donald Trump, then go ahead and do this. It's just that simple. And, what always happens is the Washington types, well, you have Clinton and Obama. That's not going to work. You can't. Well, I don't care. Do something. Don't just stand there. In the way that Washington kills everything is, well, fill in the details, James. The details are we're on track to lose an election to a major criminal who is going to destroy the Western Alliance, the Constitution, and everything in between. So we ought to act like it.
What do you think, Nancy? Well, what do you think Nancy Pelosi and Jim Clyburn, Nancy Pelosi, Chuck Schumer, maybe Hakeem Jeffries, what do you think they're up to?
I think they're mortified. I think they want to make a change. I think they see the path that we're on. People like President Biden for good reason. He's a very personable man. He has an incredible record. He is right. There's no one that has close to the experience he has in foreign policy. But the torch passes to different generations. And the Democratic Party's got to refurbish itself. And we're losing young people like doesn't hardly exist anymore, and people are crying for change, and we're telling them that you can't have that. It's not good for you, or you don't have the details flushed out yet. I got to see a better plan in this. I mean, think about it. You know exactly what Donald Trump wants us to do. You know precisely what Steve Bannon wants us to do, and we're hell-bent on pleasing them, and I think it's a big mistake. I thought it was. I still do, and I'm highly unlikely to change my mind because of some namby-pamby technical reasons about how you put a town hall together.
James, let me ask you this. In your scenario, how do you bypass Kamala Harris without losing a huge part of the Democratic base?
Well, there's 2 ways that we could go about this. There's 2 ways Vice President Harris go about this. You have to, right now, we have to coalesce around me to do anything else would be an insult to major elements of the Democratic coalition. I don't think that's the correct answer. The correct answer is I'm running for president. I fully intend to be our party's nominee. I fully intend to support our nominee. And I look forward to debating people in my own party. And more importantly, I look forward to debating Donald Trump because I think I can do this. In politics, I will say this very clearly. You have to express confidence. You have to think you're good. You have to say, bring on anybody you want. I'm ready to go. And in the press, it's all stuck in. If you don't do this, that, everything else. She comes out and says, I trust Democratic voters. I trust this process, and I'm going to work hard for it. Not only would she win and not likely win the nomination, she'd likely put herself in good position to win the general election. But by saying, how dare anybody oppose me, that's not going to go over well, I promise you.
James, big question. How do you persuade the President of the United States, given that everyone around him in the immediate circle is telling him, keep going, how do you persuade him to take that big step?
Well, first of all, I'm not going to persuade you. I've said for a long time. But, what happens in these things, and Andrew, you've been around, is the staff is saying that, and I understand that. They're very loyal to him. and the former Speaker, the leader in the House, the Senate Majority Leader, other people. And let me tell you another thing: the donor class is shutting down. I know these people. All right, and they're not. And not only are they shutting down contributions to the Biden campaign, they're shutting down contributions to the Senate committee, to the House committee. This is story that's been reported on. It's way underappreciated. And unlike me, all I can do is shut my mouth, and that make a lot of people happy. But they shut their wallet, and they're going to make a lot of people unhappy. And that's going on in a very underappreciated story, and it goes beyond just the top of the ticket.
James Carville, thank you as always.
Thank you, Andrew. I'm at sea in the North Pacific Ocean.
Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Hey there, MSNBC fans. I'm Luke Russert, and be sure to join me, Rachel Maddow, Jen Psaki, Lawrence O'Donnell, Steve Kornacki, Joy Reid, and many more September 7th in Brooklyn, MSNBC Live Democracy 2024. Click on the link for ticket information. We will see you there.